Greetings, this is Sloshworks, and welcome to a look at Paper Sorcerer by Ultra of Runaway Games. Paper Sorcerer was one of the first Kickstarter campaigns that I backed a very, very long time ago, and it is described as a stylish first-person turn-based RPG with adventure game elements. And essentially, the really cool thing about Paper Sorcerer is the fact that everything has a very hand-drawn look to it, and I haven't really played much of it. I've been looking forward to it for a very, very long time, so let's go. Once there was a sorcerer who lived in a tower with an apprentice. The sorcerer terrorized the land with evil minions until one day they roamed no more. At night, however, lights could still be seen burning in the windows of the dark tower. The king saw that this was his chance to attack the sorcerer directly. He gathered 4 loyal and highly skilled subjects, entrusting them with a powerful artifact. An artifact that would seal away the sorcerer, ending this reign of terror once and for all. On the way, the group traversed dark caves, poisonous marshes and ancient ruins, and hopped. They climbed the dark tower floor by floor, beset by evil minions at every step. Once they reached the top, they confronted the sorcerer and activated the artifact. In a blinding flash of light, the sorcerer and his minions were all blown away. However, that is just the beginning of our tale. You awaken with a start, reflexively trying to cast a spell that dies in your throat when you see your surroundings. The last thing you remember was fighting 4 of the king's lapdogs. Banan, the warrior, Ryserk, the ranger, Akimi, the mage, and Yoran, the priest. They had a book that glowed with a fearsome light. You aren't the type to be easily scared, but as you looked into that light, you felt truly terrified like you never had before. But you have all your arms, legs, fingers, and senses intact, so things could always be worse. In checking to make sure you're intact, you confirm you are well, I found man bits, so I'm a man. The first thing you figure you should do is to find out where you are. Use WASD to move, look around with the mouse, click on things to interact with them. Okay. And this was one of the big reasons that I backed the campaign in the first place, was the fact that the art style was to be advanced dialogue, press spacebar. Okay. Was all this hand-drawn kind of 3D image. The wall is extremely cold to touch. Okay, well, even though you've only been conscious for a short amount of time, you feel extremely tired. Yeah, well, what's the worst that can do? We'll rest. It doesn't take long before you feel yourself slipping into a deep sleep. Right before you begin to slumber, however, you have the distinct impression you are being watched. You have a dream where you're talking with some friends you had when you were younger, but the room you're talking in is unfamiliar, with plain stone walls and a table with several bags on it. When you open the bag, in the centre a snake jumps out and slithers out of the room. When you awaken, there's a mouse sitting at the end of your bed staring at you. You're an interesting one. A sorcerer? That's some dark magic. Binding souls and calling them when needed. That can be a dangerous power. Dangerous but useful. I've been waiting for someone like you. I would like to escape, and I think you can help me. Right now you've been sealed inside a prison of sorts. The king has been trapping threats to the kingdom here for decades. I think I know a way to escape, but I can't do it alone, and a sorcerer like you is just what I need. Well, may as well help you. Excellent. The first thing you need to do is get out of this cell block. Suddenly a burst of intense magic energy fills the room. The oppressive force that was draining your magic is gone, as is the mouse. You hear a whispery voice in your mind. I will find you again soon. Okay, so... Okay, well, I guess it's time to see what's out here. This is about as far as I've actually... This first combat's pretty much all I've played of the game so far, so all of this is going to be new to me, so you can feel some of your power returning, and you may summon one of your former thralls to aid in your rescue. and your escape. Choose wisely. They will function as your party for the rest of your adventures here. In the Kickstarter campaign, one of the bonuses for actually backing it to help the game actually get made was that there was 2 extra minions. I can't remember which ones they were, but they're not available in this version, which is the Steam version. They're not overpowered, they were just cool, and if I remember correctly, we actually got to vote on which ones were added to the game. Okay. We're a sorcerer. Should we get a defender? Let's get a defender. The skeleton, a stalwart warrior, keeps the focus of the enemy through challenges while using defensive skills to keep himself and the party alive. Thanks to heavy armor and an assortment of defensive skills, the skeleton excels in protecting the more fragile members of the party. Probably a good way to start. Example skills. Challenge. Cause the enemy to focus their attacks on the user while passively raising his defense. Reform. Passively regenerate some hit points each round. Can equip longswords, light, medium and heavy armor, a shield and 1 accessory. I have no idea what all that means, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. Yes. Let's get a skeleton. The skeleton has been summoned. Use him well. Okay. So I see something come up then? Does it words or something? As soon as you pass through the doorway, you see a single guard barreling down the hallway towards you. Hey you, how'd you get out of your cell? Say how. In the nicest tone possible, you cry to him. The door just can't open by itself. It's cool. Don't worry, man. In response, the guard brandishes his mace and continues his charge. You can tell by the look on his face that he's the kind of man who's got something to prove. Combat is turn-based. Select the option you want with the mouse. Right-click to back out of any menu. Spacebar can be used to quickly select basic attack. Okay. Energy is used when performing skills and regenerates at a rate of 1 per round. Energy not used in combat can be used outside of battle for healing skills and the like. To do this, go to the skills section of the menu. Okay. 3 takes 3 turns to... Yep. Okay. Ooh, fight. Skill. Okay, we'll use as me, the sorcerer, we'll use their level 1 skill, which is a beam of arcane energy. Okay. Okay, now I'm firing. Oh, that looks awesome. 10? I guess the skeleton took down his defense, and then my attack did 100% damage. The door is sealed and won't open. You get the sickening feeling of some inhuman intelligence trying to probe your mind. No, we don't want to go in there. The door is sealed and won't open. From the other side, you hear a series of unintelligible screams. Justin Bieber concert. The door is sealed and won't open. From the other side, you hear the sounds of loud snoring. The door is sealed and won't open. You feel an overwhelming presence from the other side of the door, so powerful you start to get a headache. Some kind of strange barking sound. Maybe it's a werewolf. The door is sealed. There's no sounds. No sounds. Alright, let's go. Alright. Small chest is locked. Oh. Let's open it. What happens to the lock? Use item? Nope, we don't have anything. I guess we can't... Ooh, inside this chest is a veritable armory. However, their quality is dubious at best. You get the impression that they were either being sent for repairs or to get scrapped. You find a worthless iron staff, a shameful iron axe, a worn iron dagger, a junky long sword, a dented iron mace, a shoddy greatsword, a rusty iron chain, a makeshift warhammer, a poorly made guitar, and an assortment of old rags. That is epic. I can't believe how many things we just got. Okay, let's equip me. Weapon, I will use a dented iron mace, and I will equip some rags. Okay, looks like all we can equip there. Oh, do we have a rune? We do. Cool. Okay, so we will equip Skeleton now and see what we can put on him. Use the longsword and the rags. Okay. Cool. May as well save it while we're going. Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. Back. Okay, so let's have a look around this room. I can't see anything else in here. Oh, what's this? What is that? Nothing. It's there to trick me. Okay, what do we got in here? A broom. A mop. A plain key. I guess that's what's going to open that lock back there. Inside the cabin is a book titled The Peaceful Path, Learning to Put Banditry Behind You. Yeah, we'll take it. You decide to steal the book about learning not to steal. The bed is particularly tiny. Let's examine it. The bed itself has been made so tightly you could bounce a button off it. However, underneath the bed you find a small dusty box. Inside is a small wooden idol, carved to resemble a rotund female goblin. Yeah, let's take it. You never know what might come in handy. You decide you have had enough of diminutive furniture for one day. So, that plain key should probably open this box over here, if I know anything about role-playing games. So we'll just use this plain key. Actually, I've been thinking for the last few minutes how much I like the music. It's really kind of nostalgic. You unlock the chest with the plain key. The click sound it makes is quite satisfying. The lock is now open. You found 4 restoration crystals. Restoration crystals are very important items. In hard and in 1980s difficulty, aside from a few high level skills, restoration crystals are the only way to revive dead characters. They restore hit points as well as resurrect the dead, so you should always make sure to have a couple on hand. Okay, I guess it's time to go through this door. A pair of guards are standing around murmuring. As soon as you enter, they turn to face you. The shock look on their faces is absolutely priceless. However, they quickly regain their composure and rush into attack. Other than hit points and energy, there is one other thing that you need to keep track of in combat. Def is a character's defense. It is subtracted from any damage inflicted. For example, if a guard attacks you for 10 damage and you have 4 defense, 10 damage, take 4 defense, equals 6 points subtracted from hit points. It goes down with each hit, but is restored after battle. Okay. More information on skills and stuff. Ooh, fight. So, I'm glad the Sorcerer, as in me, has that extra hit points, otherwise we'd be in a little bit of trouble. We'll do that to guard A, and we'll get Skeleton to attack him as well. I'm not quite sure how the initiative works in this game, but I'm sure we'll work it out as we go along. Okay, attack. See, the Skeleton's going first this time, so I really don't know how that works, but you got 10 gems, 6 wooden coins, 1 scrap of leather, and an iron mace that does 1 to 8 damage. Okay. Would you like to go to the next level? Of course. You have cleared block 1, level 1. Okay, I wonder if you'll ever see enemies as you approach them, so you know that you're coming up to a fight or not. You can feel some of your power returning. You may summon one of your former thralls to aid in your escape, so we'll have 2. We could get a troll, a deadly assassin. Goblin is a sneaky thief. I reckon, let's go with a werewolf. We have a skeleton and a werewolf. That sounds pretty cool. The werewolf, also known as the Scourge, a fast and brutal warrior who fights without weapons and lightly armoured, using savage hand-to-hand strikes to take down his foes and beneficial howls to bolster the party. The werewolf is a balanced character that can fit well in any party composition. Example skills: Hurricane Claw, a physical attack that hits all enemies, low cooldown time and generates energy. Blood Moon Howl. Yeah! Let's take him. Let's do it. So press M to equip him. We'll equip the werewolf. And he can wear rags. That's it. We don't have any accessories yet. So we can continue on. Come across a hunched over old goblin sweeping the hallway. Maybe I've got his broom. As you approach, he turns around and his eyes slowly widen until they're the size of saucers. He looks around to make sure no one is around and quickly hobbles up to you. What are you doing here? How did you get out of your cell? A very strange mouse helped me. He squints at you. A mouse? He thinks for a moment before suddenly letting out a gasp. Spirit of the book. Who of the what? After a furtive glance over his shoulder, he leans in closer. Right now, you are in a magical artifact of great power, the Librum Claustrum. A book that isn't really a book at all, more like it's its own extra-dimensional space. It is used by heroes under orders from the king to imprison the evil and maintain peace in the realm. Evil such as you and I. When someone or something is put here, they are supposed to go into a deep sleep for all eternity, dreaming the dreams of a madman. But, as we know, that isn't always the case. Sometimes the spells designed to sap our power don't work. Other times the spirit of the book has been known to interfere. Either way, the result is usually the same. An inmate escapes and the guards hunt them down. Relish the excitement. What do I ask? Okay, what are these gems everyone's carrying around? Ah, those gems have a very special property. If you look into one and concentrate, you can briefly see the outside world through someone else's eyes. For the people in here, it offers a brief but intoxicating bit of escapism. Most people here actually use them as currency. After you've been here for so long, being able to see the real world, even briefly, is more valuable than any sword or diamond. After hearing the explanation, you feel very curious. You look into a gem. Yeah, let's do it. You look into the gem and concentrate. You feel yourself slowly being drawn in until everything goes dark. There's a flash of light and suddenly you're standing at a bathroom sink. You look into the mirror and see a middle-aged man staring back at you. Placing a hand on your rather round gut, you let out a deep sigh. I used to be so skinny, you think to yourself in a voice that you've never heard before. Suddenly there's another flash of light and you're back in the living room with the goblin. He gives you a knowing look and nods. The gem in your hand has crumbled to dust. Is there anything I can do to avoid the guards? You're lucky you met me. It just so happens I know. He sees the wooden idol you're carrying. Hey, that's mine. How did you get that? I'll give it back to him. Yeah. Alright. He snatches the idol out of your hand while grumbling something in Goblin. As I was saying, there is a safe place. He turns around abruptly at the sound of two men talking in a room down the hall. There isn't much time. He hands you a red feather. There is a safe place where others like you are hiding. If you continue through the cell block, you will eventually come across a dark pit. Jump into it. This feather will ensure you wind up at the sanctuary. Good luck. Oh yeah, watch out for the knight. He's in charge of this block. But before you can ask any more questions, he turns around and hurries down the stairs behind you. Okay. Let's go. Okay, when you're exploring, most enemies will be displayed as a floating cloud of shadow. Oh, so you do see them. Getting near the shadow will start a battle, but also be aware that certain sneaky foes won't be visible ahead of time. Okay, so we'll see most of them. I guess that is a fight. Alright, let's go. Okay, the werewolf can attack the squire. The skeleton can use challenge. The sorcerer Black Bolt against Guard A. Let's see what happens. Okay. They've all had an attack before us. Black Bolt seems to be pretty tough. It's like one-hitting everything. So we'll use that on Guard B. Get him to attack the Squire. Skeleton to attack the Squire. And we should probably be over and done with this. See, another one-hit kill for me. I'm a very tough person. I guess that little symbol is indicating that he's got that toughness thing on him. 17 gems, 3 wooden coins. Reach level 2. More hit points, strength, agility, magic, and a new skill level in focus. Increases magic for 1 turn and generates energy. Cool. 18 gems. 25 gems, that's a lot of gems. 87 gems. A lesser healing potion. Another lesser healing potion. So, alright, so we can't do anything with the chair. Can we do any healing? No. Nope. We'll be fine. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I don't know if ranged is a big thing, but I'm a bit concerned about scouts. So we'll go both of them to attack Scout A, and we will get Sorcerer to trick attack. What did that do? Come on, Sorcerer. Didn't kill it though. Okay, he can only defend because he's been tricked. Him to attack Scout A. Sorcerer does not have enough energy, so get him to attack Scout B with his mace. Ooh. Do we have enough yet? We do now, so we'll go B with the bolt. The werewolf still can't attack. Guess that trick shot lasts for a few rounds. I can't see if by hovering over it, it gives me any indication of what it actually does. We might just have to work it out. 1 down. 1 to go. 2 down. 28 gems, 1 lesser healing potion, and 1 iron dagger, plus 10 crit. Skeleton. Oh, they level as you go. Okay. Skeleton reach level 3. A new skill in Defender. Cool. Okay, this looks like a bit of an empty room. I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick look at Paper Sorcerer. We will be continuing on our way through the cell block and probably taking on the knight at some point in the near future. And I'm not really sure where we go from there. I'm sure we'll fight our way out of the book and escape and proceed to return to our plan to take over the world. I've been really enjoying it. It's everything that we hoped it would be when we backed it, and the art style is very different and unique. I do really, really like it. And the music is so very, very, very cool. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them below in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.